This time we take part in the Bike4Life ride out. Bike4Life basically involves 3,500 bikers forming up in a not quite big enough car park in Shrewsbury. Did you find the important stuff, like the toilet? The bikes really are packed in like sardines in a can, but you can just about get round and have a look at some of the interesting machines on show, and what a variety there are, from modern sports bikes and adventure bikes to true classics and, well, fake classics, sidecars and trikes. Pretty much everything you can imagine is represented. The noise when all these bikes fire up is, as you can imagine, pretty much ear splitting. You can't hold a conversation in it, it's a constant drone, like an aircraft revving up nearby. One of the big problems is that the exit from the car park isn't particularly big, so the bikes are released in waves. If you're in the wrong wave, you can be waiting some considerable time before you finally get to move out of your pen. The trick here really is to wait patiently and leave the engine switched off, and not like some geniuses do and sit revving the nuts of the thing and bouncing it off the rev limiter. Not a smart thing to do on a cold or particularly hot engine, because they actually do it at the beginning and the end. They're poor motors. Now, for some reason none of us actually understands. The three of us exchanged bikes today. Basically, I was on Tom's bike, Deb was on my bike, and Tom was on Deb's bike. Quite why we'd done this, I don't know. Why we didn't just ride our own bikes. We just fancied a change, I expect. It's a good idea to switch bikes around. It's a good way of working on your riding technique. You can get very stale riding the same bike all the time. That's right, guys, just keep revving those bikes to the limit. Keep banging those rocks together, guys. That's the way. It is only a short distance from the car park to the dual carriageway, and it's on that dual carriageway that most of the ride actually takes place. So it's not the most interesting ride out, if I'm honest. But there are some people at the roadside, and particularly on the bridges, giving you a good old cheer on. Now, watching that guy wheelie by, I'm obviously going to be thinking one of two things. And if you think I'm the sort of person that's thinking, wow, awesome, then I'm afraid you don't know me very well at all. A lot of the overpasses have lots of people on, so it's great to wave at people as you go by. And given the nature of the route, there isn't really that much else to do. Now, before we set out today, we decided what a nice idea it would be to stay together as a group. That isn't until Tom decided he was going to clear off and vanish into the distance. Antisocial little git. Bye. A couple of miles up the road, the forecasted rain did finally make an appearance. and as it got heavier, it did have the effect of bunching the whole group back together again. It didn't seem to put the spectators off too much though, thankfully. Fortunately, this 5-minute spell was the only bit of rain we saw during the actual ride itself. And the road cleared amazingly quickly too. And as the rain cleared, we caught sight of Tom again and formed up as a group. But all too soon our sprint down the dual carriageway is over and we're onto the slip road and onto a single carriageway road towards the airbase, and from there we're funneled onto what is an all too tight little countryside road onto the airbase itself. And it's at this point the guys that have been revving the nudges off their bikes and getting them very hot begin to really consider their life choices. And from here it's across some wet grass on a rutted muddy field, which I can imagine is tremendous fun on a Lita sports bike, on into the parking area, which has an enclosed area for the after ride festivities. Just enough time before we join those lengthy food and toilet queues to have a walk around and have a look at some of the bikes that have taken part. Again, a wide variety, including Deb's all-time favourite, the Honda C90. She's a strange girl. And Tom's favourite, the Laverda. This one's not actually a Jota, but close enough. The essentials of the after ride are music and of course long toilets and food queues. But with poor weather this year, I don't think too many people actually stayed too long. But still a fun day out for all, and more importantly, lots of money raised for the air ambulance. Well, I do hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and of course, thank you very much for watching.